For strategic defeat is all over the world, is just kept out of view for the American people. We are now at a low point in our history, certainly since the beginning of the 20th century, where we command almost no respect, no admiration, and very little support. Even our vassal states in Europe are walking away from us right now. All of the governments in Europe that have been cooperating with us are on the road to removal. None of them are going to last much more. And when those governments finally go, they'll be replaced by new ones, as we've seen in Poland. But even that one is not going to last for very long. Europe is in turmoil. But the one thing that everybody can agree upon is that we, Americans, because of our unrelenting hostility to Russia, have destroyed their economies, ruined their scientific industrial base, made them paupers. They don't forget that. So it's only a matter of time until we're ultimately going to be told to get out of Europe. People find that incomprehensible, but that's coming. It's very definitely coming. The European people are a little further down the road than we are in terms of understanding the extent to which their own governments have hurt them. We're not quite as far along yet. We'll get there, but they're ahead of us. We're going to watch sweeping changes in Germany, sweeping changes in France and other countries in the West that formerly behaved like obedient little vassals of the greater American empire. That's over. Evidence.
All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. And boy, oh boy, this man, he is speaking Bible prophecy. See, the beautiful thing about the prophets, every time that somebody says something that's scriptural, we able to tie it to the scriptures. These people are just, speaking facts, but they can't tie it to the scriptures. This is why the prophets are the most important people on the earth. So as you heard, he's saying that, Europe is eventually, going to separate from America, and the things that America did with the Russia, and the Ukraine thing, it basically had made Europe, financially weaker. And he's talking about how America is not as strong as it used to be, and it don't command, the power that it used to have. So I'm going to get scriptures. I'm going to play this video again.
For strategic defeat is all over the world, is just kept out of view for the American people. We are now at a low point in our history, certainly since the beginning of the 20th century, where we command almost no respect, no admiration, and very little support. Even our vassal states in Europe are walking away from us right now.
So when he said that even Europe is walking away, is because they realizing, like, wait a minute, this damn devil, he really do not have our best interests at heart. He only care about him. It said, whereas you saw us, the feet and toes, the potter, part of the potter's clay and part iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there should be in it the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. So, you already know what the iron is. That's the military. But they're not even as strong. That's why you got Joel 3:10. Let the weak say I'm strong. See, the Lord been weakening them. You want to know why? Because their priorities in other places. See, they've been, worrying about getting this technology together, trying to get the NWO. When you go into like the military grade, like when they test their weapons and the defense systems, they always have D's and F's, and the highest grade is C, because they put all their money into their technology. See, they've been the hammer of the earth, so they feel like they still are the hammer of the earth. America have won a lot of wars because why? The Lord said that Babylon will be a golden cup in the Lord's hand. So to be a golden cup, you always got to win wars. You got to be the top dog. And the Lord have the, matter of fact, real quick, I think it's 75. It said, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and set up another. So it was time for Babylon to rule. But as the scripture says, for division is for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak. So America is on its way out. And if you can't see it, too bad to be you. But the prophet's going to continue to prophesy. And when these things come to pass, then you're going to know it's a prophet among you. So it says, and as the toes of the feet were part iron and a part clay, so the kingdom should be partly strong and partly weak. One of the main things what makes them partly weak, they don't agree. And also financially, the dollar is devouring every day. That's on purpose, though, because they're trying to bring forth the digital system. But with trying to bring in the digital system, nations are really going through it, because the dollar is very strong and you can't crash that overnight. All these nations is tied to that, and if they did crash it overnight, a lot of people going to suffer. But and another thing, like I said, they don't agree. America, as it say in Daniel 7:20, he's stout. And when you go into stout, that's an uncompromising, proud man. So that means that he don't care about what you say. You gonna do what he do. And if you don't like it, oh well. And if it don't benefit you, oh well. It said, and whereas you saw the iron mixed with the miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So let's continue.
All of the governments in Europe that have been cooperating with us are on the road to removal.
So, this is beautiful, man, because everything is coming to play. Everything is coming to play. So, matter of fact, the famous scripture, the reason that these same scriptures come out because they're relevant to the time. If you don't like it, move on. All the men of your confederacy, all the ones that agree with you, your alliance, have brought you even to the border over there in the Middle East. That the men that were at peace with you have deceived you and prevailed against you. They that have eaten your bread, so the ones who've been dependent on you, have laid a wound under you. There is no understanding in him. So number one, they can't have understanding because it says in Daniel 12:10 that the wicked would do wickedly and none of the wicked should understand. So, and first of all, they under a trance because every man's goings of the Lord. So the Lord is the one that's causing this. But this devil is proud. The way that he hardened Pharaoh's heart, the modern day Pharaoh, Esau, Edom, the wicked, he's hardening their heart. That's why the pride of their heart have deceived them. They really think that they're going to come good out of this. See, the elites, they're sacrificing, their own people, the Israelis and also the Americans. But they think that they're going to be able to come out of this clean. Okay, yeah, they could destroy each other. And after they destroy each other, I'm going to come from under my bunkers, come back onto the land, and I'm going to rebuild. That's really their mind. Remember, their inward thought is that their house should continue forever. Psalms 49:11.
None of them are going to last much more. And when those governments finally go, they'll be replaced by new ones, as we've seen in Poland. But even that one is not going to last for very long.
And the reason that's not going to last because the Lord said that this is the last kingdom before his kingdom come. But the reason that even this alliance is even together, because this is prophecy. Saying the 10 horns which you saw are the 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. From 1958 all the way to the 2000 to the euro came. That's when they start seeing financial weakness within the nations. And because before that, they had their own currency. So when you have your own currency, when your country have its own currency, it's able to be stable. It's easier to manage. But when you come under one umbrella of a currency, somebody is going to get the shitty end of the stick. Some countries going to be realized like, wait a minute, you got bad spending habits. You're not actually strong financially. And then when you come under a currency, mostly, somebody is going to benefit more than others. So from 58 to 2000, 1 hour in God's time is 41 years, 0.67, so you can round it to 42 years. All right, because remember, a day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years a day. So from the 2000, they've been on borrowed time, which is only like, a couple of minutes in the eyes of the Lord. It's long to us, but it's not long to the Lord. So the Lord said, they was going to agree, and said, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. But see what happening, because we in that time now, that they're separating, as we just read in Daniel. They not cleaving together. The Russia thing really fucked over Europe financially, because you basically told them, put sanctions on Russia, don't deal with Russia, when that was the European Union's gas station. So all of this is happening because, prophecy. Let me get back to it.
Europe is in turmoil, but the one thing that everybody can agree upon is that we Americans, because of our unrelenting hostility to Russia, have destroyed their economy.
See, they that have ate your bread have laid a wound under you. See, they didn't forget. They're not forgetting. And then even in the G7, right, you got Japan. They ain't forget about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They ain't forget about that. But you are the hammer of the earth. But man, that hammer getting rusty. That hammer, the mallet looking a little weak. Look like it's hanging off the hinges. All right? And this is so beautiful, man. This is so beautiful. It said, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. What is the wine? Their democracy, the way, their political techniques, the economy. That's what I'm saying, that petrodollar. And the nations are mad now. And when you go into that word mad, I want to say it's halal. And one of the definitions is to be made into a fool. So the nations realize they've been made into a fool. European Union realized they've been made into a fool. They realized, like, damn, following this damn devil, getting us into wars. We understand that this war is going to be nuclear. Countries is going to be destroyed. Even though the scriptures say that Babylon the Great is going to be totally destroyed. Israel is going to be destroyed, but it's going to be built back up. But America never going to be built back up. All right? But see, they don't understand this. They just know that, hey, everybody got nuclear missiles, and if they press the button, we doomed. Why is you poking the bear, literally? Russia. All right? Babylon is suddenly fallen, because this is what's going to happen to her, and destroy how for her, take bond for her, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go everyone into his own country, like not European, but the European Union. Everybody is leaving America, man. Morally, physically, you got nations going back to their country because America, is looking like a third world country right now. It's still okay, So you got the border crisis. The Lord allowing that to happen because you either coming over here for salvation or destruction. Remember, this is the place where the destruction is going to take place. But then you got people who, starting back in the pandemic, you had people who, the heathen nations that have businesses over here, they went back to their own country. All right, because the middle class is literally it's on the last leg, literally. It said, everyone, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Ruined their scientific industrial base, made them paupers. They don't forget that. So it's all.
I want to see what paupers mean. A very poor person, right? Because what they did by being a tyrant, not looking at the bigger picture. Wait a minute, my allies who I need, why am I putting them in a position where, they losing money? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that black gold, that oil, that's very important. Gas is important. They trying to go green, but that haven't came to flourishing yet. So, yay, gas, oil, coal. That's very, very important. And you saying that I can't get it from a nation who I had a deal from, but I got to get it from you, and it's 4 times more. You saying don't buy it from Russia, get it from us, but then you charging us an arm and a leg. So yeah.
A matter of time until we're ultimately going to be told to get out of Europe. People find that incomprehensible, but that's coming. It's very definitely coming. The European people are a little further down the road than we are in terms of understanding the extent to which their own governments have hurt them. We're not quite as far along yet. We'll get there, but they're ahead of us. We're going to watch sweeping changes in Germany, sweeping changes in France and other,
which are the strongest economy and militarily. One of the countries are Germany and France. Then you have Italy and Spain. All right, those are like the 4 strongest. Of course, Turkey. Turkey got the biggest military, and guess who they side with? Russia. And guess who they in? NATO. All right. So the Lord's the master chess player.
Countries in the West that formerly behaved like obedient little vassals.
Now, going back to that Revelation 3:13, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. But see, no more. The Lord is rousing up these nations. He's about to make Daniel's 2:41 through 43 come to pass. It's been coming to pass, but it's about to come to fruition. He's about to make Obadiah 1:7 come to pass. It's been coming to pass, but it's about to come to fruition. Matter of fact, to end it on this. So if you can't see this, hey, like I said, too bad to be you.
Of the greater American empire. That's over. Evidence for...
So, the ending on this, it said, "In the 10 horns which you saw is upon the beast, it shall hate the whore, shall make her desolate and naked, it shall eat her flesh, burn her with fire." So their allies is the ones going to burn her with fire. So on top of their enemies going to burn her with fire. That's why America is going to become the biggest desert in the world. A lot of warheads going to hit this place. For the Most High have put it in their heart to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast. See, so the Lord is the one that had, these European Union nations to give their strength, loyalty to NATO, which is America. All right. Also Canada. And it says, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And guess what? The words is coming to pass every day. And the woman which you saw is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And it ain't so great right now. All right. America is on the decline. Enemies is on the incline. And according to Bible prophecy, as we just read, they ain't gonna make it. All right. America ain't gonna make it. So all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hopefully this video is edifying and shalom.